out of my minds.
Because he had this attitude, this gospel of wealth attitude, that the idea was you were to make as much money as you can so that you could then spread the wealth. Once he was helping with libraries, it was like, if you just need him a little, but that was everybody, the industrials at the time. And at least he did do libraries. His idea was he spent, was it 33 million, I think? 41 million dollars on libraries. And his goal was to spend all his money before he died. Poor guy, he made it too fast. He didn't get to spend it all. Isn't that an awful? He only had one man, one child. Yeah. And she married, I forget someone about, Yeah. But, so I thought, that's an awful problem to have. But that's why there's a Carnegie Foundation, and they still give money and stuff. But anyway, so but there's a website now if you're interested in nationally. Yeah. If you look them up on Wikipedia, Carnegie Libraries in the U.S., they started, now they have an interactive map. If you go down, it used to not be there, and they just say, I forget how many, like you hover over it, and it'll tell you how many libraries there are. And you click on it, and sometimes it'll tell you how many are still existing. Oh, yeah. So, road trip, that would be a lot of road trips.
I can't remember where we first saw
We have
that.
seen so many, because it's usually the historical organization.
Yes,
The library gets too big,
Right.
they build their own building,
Right.
or a water building, and then it just sits there for a while
Yes.
until you hope a historical organization.
Right.
And if not, they'll just get flattened and they build something else.
Well, and in fact, Santa Maria had one that looked, I used to think it was our building, it would be on the local, like Comcast or whatever, the public access channel. I thought, wow, that's painted a little different, but it looked identical. And found that, no, it was Santa Maria's, and they did one of theirs in the 60s. Yeah. And in fact, out of the 1,600 and some, 100 of them were torn down in the 60s. Yeah. So that was a bad decade for Carnegie Libraries.
Well, for all historical libraries.
Right, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And in town, in fact, what I think started the Historical Society is the Victorian building in that mural was torn down in the 60s.
Yeah.
And everyone, like, the Rudolph building was a fabulous house, all this, but people at the Historical Society said, but it had fallen into disrepair. It was like so bad that they probably couldn't have, it was someone old, they couldn't take care of it and stuff. But anyway, you're right, and some are still branch libraries, like the town got too big, but they kept it as a branch library. Paso Robles has one, and in fact, there's like 6 or 7 that we call Sister Carnegies, because they were all designed by the same architect, William Weeks, for the same amount of money as this one, which was $10,000 for this. And there's one in like Richmond and Paso Robles, and just several. There are these little towns of Livermore, and they all look pretty similar. And they all look pretty similar, except Paso is very distinctive. Paso Robles, and it's in a big square in the middle of the town. Wow. It's really neat, and it's a museum now.
Thank you so
Hold on
much.
just a minute, I will give you the
I don't know that I've ever seen one in California. We've seen them other places.
Hello.
But it wouldn't be registered.
Mm-hmm. photos of the Lompoc Museum, or you're on the museum's website? I'm trying to think of what photos we have redone our website. It's not lompochistory.org, is it? Because that's the historical societies. Okay, let me, hold on a minute, let me get it to my desktop, and let me see exactly what you're looking at, okay? Just hold on. I'll tell you when to hang up, okay? Let me get our
So it looks
website
like
up.
a creation as a Native American, but.
Oh, I thought you were
it's just-
looking at the
Oh.
fireplace.
Fireplace.
That mantelpiece is amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's,
The tomahawk.
yeah. Oh, I love this map with the wagon, yeah, the meanwhile. I can hang up. These are the people in my family enslaved.
Oh wow.
They're saying from over here.
You want to, we have, that's all of our displays on the main floor are in there. Okay, those baskets, okay. Yeah, the exhibits. Right.
The director's in there, so I don't know. So just